You're tuning into another episode of Desktop Distractions. I am the one, the only, the Eddie. And in honor of all of the big E3 news that just happened with Final Fantasy VII Remake, we're going to be doing unboxings and reviews on Final Fantasy VII PlayArts Kai Cloud Strife, as well as the Cloud Strife from Advent Children with Fenrir Motorcycle. So this whole, it's going to be a whole Final Fantasy VII themed Desktop Distractions episode. So he is right here in the box. Now this is the FF VII Remake PlayArts Kai. Bam, here he is on the cover. Open up the flap real quick. It's a nice picture of a Cloud on there. Cool description of him. Here he is in the window, and it's kind of hard to see with the glare. PlayArts makes it really hard to see with all the plastic coverings over him. Don't worry, we're gonna unbox this for you. Side of the box just has a PlayArts FF VII PlayArts Kai logo on it. Number 1, Cloud Strife. Here's the back, right there. Got some cool pictures of Cloud posing with the Buster Sword. Right there, Square Enix, bam. So yeah, let's just get this out of the box. Cut. So here is Cloud out of the box. And he is rocking his OG Final Fantasy VII outfit. Right here, of course, he is based off of the remake. Bam. So this is the classic Cloud that we all know and love. Right there. Now, I guess we'll just go down the line really quick, articulation-wise. Head does look pretty far up. I think that's as far as it goes, just like that. It does look down. His neck does tilt up and down like so it helps him to look down further. You can look left and right, like so. Collar is not hindering any articulation at all whatsoever. His arms, basic, they move up. This shoulder pad doesn't get in the way at all whatsoever, which is a pretty nice touch. Bam, just like so. Yeah, it's cool. Like his shoulder pad is kind of just floating there somehow. It is like on a little flap, but there's no, it's not on a joint or anything. It's kind of just, it's part of his clothing. It's like, it's part of the top. So that's cool that it doesn't like, you would expect it to like hinder his arm movement, but it doesn't at all. So that's pretty nice. Now, there is bicep swivel. Thank goodness, right there. That's pretty cool. So you can rotate those at the bicep. So, as far as his elbow goes, his elbow joints, you can get like up to 90 degrees and then some. So you can go in pretty far. So his wrists are on a little ball joint thing that PlayArts uses. So yeah, you can rotate his wrist and bend him up and down. If you turn it, you can get him to, so you can get him to do this motion. If you rotate his wrist, you can get him to do this motion. So that's pretty cool. You get a wide range of motion in his hands alone. As far as his torso goes, does lean pretty far back. Forward is the same thing. Yeah, he does crunch pretty well. He does have this belt here. Cloud is known for all of his belts. Final Fantasy characters are known for all of their belts. But yeah, and they kind of just sit on around his waist loose. This big belt and these two smaller ones, they are connected in some parts, although they do look like they're loose and separated. Like the big belt's connected in the back and the two small ones are connected in the front. So it gives you this cool illusion that they're all just kind of hanging there. It's pretty nice. And they don't interfere with articulation at all whatsoever either. They leave it loose like that so you can move Cloud and it won't get in the way. That's pretty nice. Now as far as his legs go, he can kick up like that high. That's pretty cool. Same with the other leg. He does have, or he should have, there you go, double jointed knees, like so. Now his feet are on the same type of ball joints as his hands. So you get a wide range there as well. Ankle pivot, everything. And he has this little toe joint right there too, so you can bend his toes. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, enough about Cloud. Let's go over his accessories. So now that I've gone over Cloud and his articulation, I'm gonna go over his accessories really quick. So he comes equipped with 2 close-fisted hands, as you can see. It's already on the figure. Now, the obvious ones, he has 2 open hands, like so. We'll get closer to that in a bit. They're just open like this. This is the part that confused me at first, but it made sense after I played with him. So he comes with 4 semi-open hands. The hands that pretty much look like this, like they're made to hold something, right? Obviously his sword. But they come with 2 pairs of that. And at first I wondered, like, these fists look almost the same. What was the point? But there actually is a difference between these 2 sets of hands. So if you look at the angle of the hole in them and the placement, we'll get closer to that. It actually makes a difference when holding the sword. So let's, I'll show you. So as you can see here, look at the angle of how he's holding it in this fist. See how much forward that is? Here's the hand there. See how it's like leaned forward a little? Okay, now we're gonna place the Buster Sword in another closed hand, and then look at the difference in it. It's kind of hard to see, but one is like leaned more forward than the other, and this one's a little more straight up. Well, it's not as straight up, but it sits a little taller. Like one sits like this, you know, like angled, and the other one sits a little taller, like so. So there is a difference, yeah. So I know it doesn't look like it to the naked eye. Like when you're just staring at him, you're like, why did it come with like 2 sets of the same hands? But they're actually different. So it allows you to pose him holding the sword in different angles. I mean, these joints already allow you to like bend it down, but I guess that way you don't get this like awkward looking, like who holds anything like that? You know what I mean? I mean, you could just bend it down and he'll like change the angle of it, but like, I guess this makes it look a lot more natural in doing this. So I think that was a really cool touch, Square Enix. Blew my mind because I didn't even realize that it did that. Another accessory it comes with is this little peg. Kind of hard to see. Now, in case you were wondering what this does, this peg, you take the back of Cloud, and he's got this little like buckle right there. You just pull that out, and you replace it with this peg, like so. And then you can take the Buster Sword, and then you stick that on the peg. That way you could pose Cloud with the Buster Sword on his back. And that's pretty much everything that Cloud comes with. So here's a close-up of it right there on his back. Bam. Just like so. And that looks pretty cool, I think. See, if I pose Cloud like in my display case, it would just be with the sword on his back. Because I feel like having the sword out like takes too much space, you know what I mean? But yeah. Here, if you want to see how to change out these hands, I just showed you a bunch of these hands. Again, you just grab a hand that you want to change out. Here's his right hand. And just pull it out. These new player Kais, they made the little wrist joints, the pegs on the wrists. They made them a lot thicker so you don't like snap them or anything. And then from there, just take a hand you want and just slide it in the peg like so. Then once you got it all set, you can go ahead, grab your Buster Sword. And then you just pop it in. Just like that. Yeah. There you go. So there's Cloud holding onto the Buster Sword. Man, that thing is huge. So in case you were wondering how tall Cloud really is, I mean, I'm sitting right behind him, but this is a standard 6-inch Marvel Legends figure. And there's a whole nother maybe 1, 2, 3 inches above him. So Play Arts Kai typically are about 9 inches tall, so they are pretty big. They are pretty big figures. So if you plan on collecting a lot of these, make sure you got the space for them. Now they're not as tall as your 12-inch, you know, Hot Toys or anything, but I mean, they still are pretty massive, especially with all the accessories they come with. They will stick out like crazy. So again, you just want to make space. Now, if you are looking for this figure, we picked it up when it first came out and bought it at retail for about 120 bucks. So I'm not sure if you could still get it like that now. Good luck finding it online. I'd check Amazon or eBay. And it might cost a little more now in the aftermarket, so good luck finding that. But yeah, you know where to find us. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to check out Retrenders.com for more of our desktop distraction toy unboxing videos. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.